Good morning, guys. So the time has come to say farewell to this build. I'm really sad to see it go, but it is time to start a new playthrough. And I've just done so much building with this one that I really just wanted to commemorate it in a video, so so I don't lose it, and I can always come back to seeing it again. I'm not really that great at narrating, but I will just go. I am going to do a thorough tour, so it may take a while. I'm just going to go from settlement to settlement. So here we go. So this is Sanctuary. Try not to talk your ear off too much. I had a cement wall around, but because of the FPSs, it drops your frame rate too much. So I do like using some of the natural surroundings. So I use some of the rocks. I am modded, but not heavily modded. I don't have hundreds or thousands of mods, but I do have two bigger settlement mods. I use Homemaker and CVC. I use OC Decorator. I do have a list of mods that I use on my Discord, but I will also post it on the About page on the Twitch as well. This is the Traders Village with a bar and a diner, which are, as you can see, assignable. That does make caps. A lot of the things that are you have that are assignable in here are just for happiness, but this is all my cap making money maker right here. So I only have 3 stores. I usually don't do very much wasteland style. My style is very much resort wasteland chic. as I've been told, that is not my term. I stole it from somebody else. So we also have a Traders Inn, and on the next build I would like to figure out how to make caps from that. But I added 4 rooms. They're pretty much the same. There's also a bar area back here, and a sitting area for each section. I do have them numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. And they are decorated. I mean, because who wouldn't want to sleep with the King Mirelurk staring over them? It's clean, cozy. You know, I'd stay there if I had to. So, upstairs is see, she's sitting there. She's so I just added a utility mod. I do use quite a few utility mods as well to help me manage my settlements as well. This is the innkeepers area. All these builds took me a while, so my style did change as I added mods. As you can see, I never really added any doors over here, but on the other settlements you will see that I did I added some auto doors, which are fabulous. I do love these. Are CVC water tanks that you'll notice that I use quite often. And I do like to landscape a little bit. I don't have any grass mods because I haven't found one that I really liked, but that is in the works as well. I do have a cattle pen, my revolving diner sign. I absolutely love that. Hey buddy, I'm gonna miss my buddy. I'm gonna have to go get him. This I made for the settlers here at Sanctuary. When you walk in, to your left, you have a barber shop. I did use some of the Vault Tech mixed in with vanilla here. This is actually also assignable, which I think everything is assigned here at Sanctuary. You have a little cozy area. It's really nice at night. I think it looks pretty cool. Then you have a big doctor's waiting room, right? I mean, because who doesn't love waiting at the doctor's room to go see the doctor? There's a small little clinic here, which Codsworth will hook you up if you need to, or you could sit down and get some perception. I don't know if this is from the Vault Tech calling DLC, you can sit down, have your eyes checked, and you actually gain a little bit of perception for a certain amount of time. I use the foundation for this build, so nothing is square, which drives me absolutely insane. But I think it still turned out okay. Upstairs, this whole area is you can see I have put the glass roof on here because I have a galaxy mod that at night you can literally see the stars in the galaxy, and it looks so cool. I have the soda machine here. Hey Cubby, how are you? So I am doing a settlement tour, so please forgive me. I'm not ignoring the chat, but this is going to be the grand finale for this settlement. I'm trying to keep it for posterity, but I just wanted to say hi. The Statue of Liberty, I'll have to look it up for you. I'm not sure, I don't remember, but I probably CVC or Homemaker, because I only use 2 settlement mods. And Cubby, yes, I will text you guys later. And it's really good to see you. I've missed you. I don't know if Ashley told you, but I actually texted her a couple weeks ago to check on you guys to make sure you were okay, because I haven't seen you, but I really do miss you guys. Okay, so I added a pool hall. This again is assignable. This does make caps. This of course is a soda machine from the Vault Tech Calling, so we can
this won't
actually
work without power.
Oh, I guess I didn't add power, but it's really funny because every night you come up here and all my companions are up here getting soda. It's pretty funny. So anyway, so moving on. Yeah, I just made a little lounge area for here. I really do like using these concretes things. So this is I do like green spaces because everything in the wasteland is dead. I am a settlement builder that likes to revive, reuse, and recycle. I like to upcycle, so to speak. I did have a water fountain here that actually had water coming out, but it was dropping my frames too much, so I had to take it out, unfortunately. That was a joke. Ignore that. That's rude. Here is my house. As you can see, I have automatic doors. I have put those on there, and it actually seems to keep the settlers out. They don't really spawn in. I built this pretty early on. My house will probably look a little different on the next build. But this is my outdoor area. I always have Christmas trees because it's Christmas every day in my world. One thing that I really added on this build that I really like is a rooftop green area. It's just absolutely beautiful up here. I even added a little bit of mist, so in the morning time it looks so cool, which I do believe it is morning, but I think we kind of missed it. But you can see, oh, that was a joke, haha. You can kind of see it still. So anyway, moving on. I did add another little guard shack there. See, there's always a settler sitting here with the dog. I do have a guard dog. I did not realize that was an NPC sit area. So that turned out perfectly. That it's just so funny. I walk up there and they're literally sitting in the doghouse. I had no idea when I was building that was an NPC sit area. It's either that or I put the mat there and I didn't realize I put the wrong mat. Actually, let's go to the greenhouse first. I used some Institute building for the greenhouse. If I was to build, look, Piper's in the Mechanist outfit. If I was to build a greenhouse, it would probably look something like this. I mean, like in real life. I just think it looks so cool. On the next build, I will be using more Institute things. I'm going to try and do a little bit cleaner. I'm not sure if my sanctuary is going to be as big as this one. I'm actually thinking about making it a little bit smaller. There was one quest that I actually never did in all of my playthroughs that I did this time, which was the witch, not the witch museum, but I don't know. It's like a really quest you get early on. So you get all this Creation Club Halloween stuff. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to build a haunted house. Well, it turned out to be a haunted bar because I have literally 4 bars in Sanctuary. And again, this is, I put a mat there. These are stools. They're CVC stools. So here we are. And look, they even have like specimen jars with things in it. It's so funny. So of course we have the trailer hood. This organically happened through this build. It's how I got the Discord name, Steffi's Trailer Hood. I started having fun with my viewers where they can pay 5 Steffi caps with their channel points to pay their rent every day, and you get your name on a trailer. So welcome to the hood. This is the original hood. There's actually a few. I've actually run out of room, so I'm gonna have to think of another way in addition to doing it. I actually didn't really finish these out as much as I usually do. This is pretty much would be more finished out, except I'd like to add like reading materials and stuff like that. These bobbleheads are from OC Decorator. The magazines are from CBC Decorations. You can have magazine comic books for the table or for the walls, and you'll notice I did use a few for the walls in some of the other builds. I do like to add the kitty cats, so those are all CBC. I use a lot of CBC in Homemaker, and mix it in with the vanilla stuff. There is an up area as well. I had to take some of the beds out because I think it was messing with my FPSs and my recruitment beacon, but it turns out I think there was something wrong with the actual with one of the save files got corrupted. So, but it did help with dropping the frame rates. I had a huge cement wall all the way around, but I had to take it off. So if you've been around me for any length of time, you know that I absolutely am obsessed with Nuka World. And I'm actually going to screenshot this so I can use it for a desktop. So just give me 1 second, because once this is gone, it is gone. Let me try this again. And of course I can't do it. Let me try this one more time. It doesn't want to work. Of course it doesn't want to work, because why would it want to work? Let me print screen. I mean, not print screen, but F12. Oh. There we go. That should work. So here we go. I love the live trees on here as well. I think it adds so much to the builds. I did add every single thing that I possibly could from Nuka World in here. Because when I say I'm obsessed with Nuka World, I can't even, that's like an understatement. I just absolutely love Nuka World. Added a Raider. That is from CVC as well. You have the large action figures. And, you know, those are the Hubologists, right? And the Raiders from Nuka World. I had to add those, little nod in there to that. These actually, I don't know if these actually work or not, though. No, I don't think you can actually. I think they would be really great if you could actually play them. And then I added at the time, all the recipes that I had. I actually did find Ethan and have the love recipe. Added one each of the soda machines. Um, I think there was only one thing. Oh no, I did add the bear. I think the gorilla is the only statue that I didn't have room for, which I'm going to make a bigger area for that. Here's the other hood. Try to change it up a little bit. I added more of a lounge area, and I love Jangles the monkey, and I love the Giddy Up Buttercups. I actually want one in real life. I really do. Um, Try to decorate this one out a little bit more thorough as well. And as you can see, I had to take some more of the beds out just for the simple fact that I was dropping my frames too much. So like Spartan doesn't have a bed. Sorry, Spartan. As we go upstairs, I like using these capsules. I really thought that this was kind of a nice cool touch so it doesn't seem so blocked off. And yes, I do know that the tree's going through the floor, but I just thought it was too funny because, the floor's got holes in it. So why not, right? Add a little bit more decoration. These are the boys. This is the boys up here. I put all the boys up here. Again, but they're not sleeping on nothing. Sorry, guys. I added a gym as well. It's actually super funny watching them. Perhaps you should have them purged. That's hilarious. On so many levels, that is hilarious. It's really funny watching them doing their pole vaulting or whatever, the pommel horse and lifting weights and stuff. It's funny. I never realized until maybe my second or third playthrough that this is actually like really there. And I was like, so one of the first things that I did was put that stuff there instead of getting rid of it. I've seen a lot of people just scrap it, and I was like, no, I think one thing I like to do is try and keep the integrity of the settlement and just enhance it. This is probably my favorite part. Is I don't usually wear power armor in game, but I love to collect it and I love to build it out. So of course, I have all the Nuka power armor. They're completely modded out because I have all the perks maxed out to get the most benefit from each power armor. So everything is fully modded from the workbench. The Vem from Far Harbor. My favorite though is probably the Quantum one. Oh my gosh, that thing is so cool. I have 2 Enclave, and I have probably 5 other sets that I could make, but it's okay. The Overboss, and then I was messing around with different skins on these and different damage perks on it, just to kind of see how it would all go. My favorite's got to be this one though, this XO2 with this Quantum. I know I just said not the Quantum, but I always call it the Quantum, but with the aqua camo. I think it looks like something out of like steampunk, like Tesla would wear. I just think that looks so cool. It's got to be my favorite power armor. I'm definitely this aquatic camo. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to rebuild that one for sure. I wish I could take it with me. And then, of course, I have a power armor for each faction. I have, of course, the Minutemen, the Brotherhood of Steel, and the Railroad, and then another T60 that I was working on. This one wasn't quite finished, but that's okay. And then I've a whole bunch of crappy Raider armor that I will never bother with again, because as soon as you get hit or any of your people get hit, it crumbles like cardboard. This was kind of fun. Um, the pink, the pink one. This is where you get your hot rod magazine, and you can have that paint job. Which of course I had to add the Tesla coils on there, and then I could never find another T45 helmet, so I just put the Decathlon helmet on there, and I think this one just says die on it, which is actually really funny. But anyway, so that's all my power armor. Loving it. Of course, I love the greenhouse roofs. So there we go. That armor was saying you're right about Aquata being the cool. It is the coolest. So I have some buggy game save files. I need to start over, but I'm actually done with this playthrough. I literally have 2 quests. I don't need, I'll show you my quests real quick. I have nothing. This is all, I mean, I've done everything. I literally cannot find anything. This is, you know, your reoccurring quests the never ending side quests is where I'm at. I am a level 103. I do have most of the perks. I've done everything I possibly could. I do have the scrap everywhere mod. We're gonna get to that pool in a second. I just built that. So that's how I can clean up a lot of sanctuary. I did do one pre-built. This was my first pre-built home. I didn't actually finish decorating it. I know you're probably thinking, but Steffi, there's stuff all over the place. It's not as decorated as I would like. I did want to finish out the laundry room. I did give them a full bathroom and just some basic bedroom stuff, but they got pillows. So, I mean, you know, that's more than what most people have. I think I added so the doors keep closing because of a mod that that I downloaded last night. Or it's not a mod, it's more like utility. Okay, so I did not give them a safe. I usually put a safe in the closet.
You'll find what you're looking for. I know it.
Oh, I love Mama Murphy. She is the original OG right there. And of course, oh, there's my dog mate. Hey, what's up, baby? And of course, you can't have a carport without, you know, finishing out, because who doesn't finish out a carport? I probably use like 4 different things on here to do this, but it is what it is. I love mixing materials with all the different mods. We're gonna go ahead and go over here. This is one thing that I always build, and will be in all of my settlements, is the doghouse. I like to put my bobbleheads here. Keep things that I actually wanted to. I actually wanted to showcase these. These are the things where I was getting. So I had a lot more stuff that I wanted to actually display, but I never got around to it. But I'm going to try and make it more of an effort next time. So I did have some things displayed, but as you can see, they went through the floor. I had some perfect pies. The Grantchester Mansion tickets still there. Oh, there they are. They're on the floor because they're not static. You can do all those things through OC Decorator, but I wanted to use the ones. These are the only magazines that I got on this playthrough. I think I got less than half. It's the most I've ever gotten, so I'm getting better at finding the magazines. If I had all the magazines, all these racks would be full, because I only wanted to put the amount that I needed so I could gauge how much more I needed to go. But this is the library. This is Bubba's library. This is another thing that will be added again in all my builds, so I can display the stuff that I got through that through the playthrough. But good morning, man. Mean Roach Man, how are you? Oh, don't worry. I'm not done building. I just done building with this one. This is a workshop. Another thing that will probably be revised in the next playthrough. I really kind of like the way this turned out. It's very utilitarian, and one of my favorite things was finding these different sized teddy bears and displaying those. I thought that was pretty cool. So this is what I found out in the wasteland I brought back to display. I love to do that. So we'll go through the back, and then we will pretty much done with Sanctuary. And Master Tech's just plowing through the food, you know, without a care in the world. It's so funny. I only added 2 little farming areas here, but they have enough food. Look, Ada's tending to the tomatoes. And then I literally just built this pool area 2 nights ago. And there is a pool over there, but this is, it's got a candy bar. This is from a Videos of the Wasteland mod. These produce happiness, and they are assignable as well. And this is ice cream. And then I love this, the little cotton candy machine, and it has actually little floaty balloons on it, which I thought was really cool. And then I just downloaded a beach mod not too long ago, which you can get if you have corn and something else. You can make corn and you can make sodas. You can sit down. Have Nuka World, there's the Gwinnett Stout, there's Vault Tech, there's a bunch. And then this is actually a lifeguard post. It's from the beach mod, but you can find it in the defense section. The palm trees are also from the beach mod. And then this is actually a pool, and it's filled with purified water, because I do have a build a pool mod. See, it doesn't give you any rads, and with the little waterfall. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to put a big screen between these 2 palm trees and play movies. But it'll happen on the next one. So this could probably be better. Like I said, you know, it takes me a couple times to go through and tweak things before they're final. But I guess this is as final as it's gonna get. I'm not gonna. It'll probably look a little different on the next playthrough. So we'll see. So we're just going to go ahead and run. I love these flags as well. And I have another flag mod as well. So I just got Kate. So I never did get to do any of her quest line. And that's the first time that I ever got Kate. Because I was always too chicken to go into the combat zone. But I finally went and got her. On TikTok, there is a clip of the new bridge that I actually rebuilt a couple weeks ago. I did a cover bridge. It was very simple, but it looked beautiful. And then I had to do some adjusting, a game overhaul, and of course this came back. So on the new playthrough, one of the first things I will do is mark for delete this old bridge and rebuild a new sanctuary bridge. So there you can see where I did a little bit of work over here. I kind of left the walls just so I could see how it would look if I just did some minimal repairs. But there's literally no way to repair that bridge. I have tried. And honestly, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I don't think if I can do it and make it look decent, I don't know if anybody can. Because it is just impossible. This is actually my first Red Rocket build, so welcome to Red Rocket. Again, we kind of have a diner going on here, but we don't. I use this big trailer and I put pads on here for guard posts, and I wanted to keep the integrity of Red Rocket, so I put another little trailer hood with these rail cars. Well, one thing I did this time, which I really love and will repeat again, is I use these Institute windows. So, because I don't really like doors. Um, so I added these windows, and I thought that was really cool. They can actually, you can actually see out. And I wanted a courtyard type feel. So I added a bunch of lighting with these lanterns. They actually do have the hooks where you can hang them on the tree. I added a few things for happiness. And then I used these Diamond City Guard posts for...
You ain't been to see Grey Garden. You should go. The whole place is run by robots.
Oh my gosh. So added these pretty much look the same. I had to squeeze in the beds here because I only wanted to build in this small area. So I had to get creative on how to make that happen, right? We needed more food, so we have an out... What? Well, we have a floating Brotherhood of Steel. Let me move that. I know it, I mean, you're like, well, why are you moving it? That is really moving weird. Okay. I'm just gonna set that right. Actually, you know what? Let me set that up here. Okay. So there you have it. I was like, what is that? I knew I might walk by something. That was so crazy. So they do have a cooking area. I always use this one, and it's actually not the one I'm supposed to use because you can't really cook with it. But there is one that looks very similar that you can actually use. You can put stuff in this refrigerator, and I also have one where you can open the door and put stuff. I just didn't use it in this settlement. I needed some way to hide or to utilize this space because you cannot delete these big arm things coming from here. So I put the doghouse there and made this. And this is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
They'll literally sit there and kick that Nuka-Cola machine. The other guy, he goes, I'm so hungry. And he's constantly kicking the machine. It's absolutely hilarious. I have a clip of that as well. And I'm glad I saved that because a lot of these things, like the bridge, I collected some corn. So I made a very small greenhouse in here because I wanted to keep the space a little condensed. Added a back area with some of these guard posts. I do like using these guard posts. Of course, they're CVC. Most of my stuff is going to have CVC or Homemaker in it. I did try and keep these are the original that came with Red Rocket. I think I may have moved them, and this came with it and that came with it. So they do have somewhere to cook, but so I wasn't too bad. Kind of cleaned up the garage area a little bit, added a couple more workbenches, and did the same in here as well. And this is where the diner part comes in. And then they want to eat something, they can just go sit down on these benches out here. Al fresco, that's what I'm saying. Or even over here. Try to add in an appropriate decor for this. But, I mean, really, what is appropriate? Who knows? Made a little sitting area. These are really cool. This is from Videos of the Wasteland. It'll play the perks videos. So it's not just looking, I think I have one for all of them in this one. So you're not just watching the regular, the blank screen or whatever. I did add a bedroom in here, and I did keep the terminal and the safe. I may have added that safe. I can't remember. So So that's Red Rocket. Next, we'll go to Abernathy Farm. It's a this is a smaller build. Sanctuary is my huge build. This is a smaller build. So we're just going to fast travel to all of them. And we're going to do it in order, alphabetical order. So it's actually easier for me to, if I need to find something on the video later on, it'll be easier for me to gauge where it's at in the video from here. So I cleaned up, I lovingly call this the monstrosity. I actually cleaned it up the other day. I was going to put all my traders in there. Sorry, I was drinking some coffee. But I never did kind of get around to it. It's the first time I kind of cleaned it up, and I love that kitty cat. I know. I found it dead once underneath the stairs on another playthrough, and I was so upset. I did clean all this up and build some pretty decent, these are pier stairs. These railings are from Snappy Household mod. I only use the railings out of that. I don't really use too much, but I just kind of clean this up. Anything was an improvement on this place. And then I added the greenhouse walls. But I was going to do the traders in here with minimal. I wasn't going to put electricity here. I was just going to do the radiant lighting and go from there. And then, of course, I gave them a pretty decent farm because this is a farm. This is a lot of what my this is automatic doors. There's an automatic door mod. So those are cool. Pouring one out for this playthrough. Yeah, pour me one too, because I might cry later. This was really fun to build, but very frustrating to build. I'm not gonna lie. I almost rage quit a couple times on this one. This was such a pain, but a lot of uneven corners and things that needed to be finishing touches. I don't like leaving things not square. I'm gonna start at the top. So it, like, I couldn't just leave that open, right? It's like I had to do something. So anyway, and the way it all turned out, that's why it's like tri-level. It's just crazy how it turned out. But sometimes these things organically build themselves. Like, it, to me, in my mind, it just makes sense. That is a fishing chair that will produce food, but I needed to put it there. So so again, when I built this, I wasn't using any doors at the time, so but it does have a balcony. So here we go. I needed more. These beds, these are from Homemaker. These are Institute beds, but they're actually only count as one, even though they're clearly double. Added a living room area up here. I needed to cover the steeple for the barn, so I kind of did it. This was the only thing that I could kind of think of doing it. It's not perfect, as you can see. But I think I was over it at this point. I think I was just like, well, at least it's equally, let's just call it a utility pass if I ever needed to fix electricity. Added some more sitting area up here, and I actually put in a little office area because I had no idea what to do with this spot. I was going to try and put a bathroom here, but it just was not working. So it ended up being this. And then we have I like to call this the mama Mama's House. This is a friend and viewer. She is a mod for one of my 76 streamer friends, Retro Pro Frank. And she is a huge supporter of me and my stream, and so is Frank, and vice versa. So she came in and she's like, I want a trailer. I'm like, the heck yeah. So I'm like, you're getting your own space. So she's got her own little house over here. I got to break it to her that I need to get her another one. These are the comic books. Oh no, those are the rest of our posters. Those are the comics. I don't know if I think I use the comics on the walls. You can do them for the tables or the walls. Things are going to be a little bit different, and as we go through the builds, you're going to see things are slightly different on different things as the mods that I added and deleted actually for each as this playthrough went on. See, I didn't even notice that, else that would have driven me absolutely crazy. But here we go. Oh, there's one of the comics for the walls. So, I do love these fireplaces. That is Homemaker as well. This is probably one of the funniest things that I did. I was like, you know what? Forget it. No walls, no doors, but they got their own bathroom with a view, kind of. So here we go. I did want to give the Abernathys their own space. Oh, and one more thing on the other side that I'll show you before we leave here, because I talk about keeping the integrity of the settlement. This is a common area. It does, I think you can, no, you can't cook with this one. I think it's all, nope. I kind of built these out at the same time, so. Here's a nice little, all these are pretty much the same. And then, of course, I have this big old monstrosity of the generators, but this was before my generator mod. I like to kind of tuck these things away, and I didn't need any more people, so I turned that off. We have some Nomi homies right here with the water. And one thing I did want to show you, so that's Abernathy, this Abernathy. I think it turned out okay. One thing I did want to show though, that when I built this wall, I did include the grave site for the daughter, because the backstory with the Abernathys is that their daughter was killed by the raiders. So I cleaned it up, put these stone, I think I put these stone walls, or they may have been there and I just cleaned it up, but I did build the cement walls around it to kind of keep the integrity. I think I added that cross though. I can't remember. This build is old. It's an older build. The only thing new about this is me cleaning up the monstrosity here. Okay, so that's Abernathy. So next we will go to the airport, which is not really much to see, but I did do a couple of things that I think is worth us showing. So I'm going to take this time. I'm not really paying attention to the chat. I'm horrible at narrating, so I'm sorry if it seems like I'm rambling. But I'm just trying to keep this settlement build in for posterity. So, okay, so we're at the airport. I was going to do something with these boats. You're going to see that I have an affinity for fishing and for boats, but I never did get around to it. Automatic doors. So all I did here was I did put, I cleaned this all up, and I grabbed these buses because I have the Place Anywhere mod, and I use these to fill these big holes, and then use the fort walls as well to kind of clean it up. I did use, this was going to be the guard area. I think it kind of turned out okay. I like the way it just looks a lot cleaner. And the walls do go all the way around. So it does, I try to make it look as repaired as possible. I did go out of the build zone, because I do have with the place anywhere you can do that. And I cleaned this area up here as well, even though to build up here because this is out of the build zone, would mean I would have to make it here and then fly every single piece up there, and I just wasn't going to do that. But I'm thinking on the next playthrough, I think this is going to be a great place for the amphitheater to kind of fill this area in. And I think I'm just going to make this a huge traders market. I think it's the only thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to make this I've never focused on cap making really before, but I think I'm going to do that on here. This is going to be the spot. And it's just going to be it's going to be all kinds of traders with everything, multiple armors, everything. And what I'll do is up here, I will make it, because I'll just throw some beds. It'll just be some huge quarters. The only thing that will be up here will be the necessities for the beds, which I can one by one just throw them up here, because nobody's ever going to see them, just to keep the traders' happiness up, because I need somebody to, man the booths and stuff. So I have an idea on how I'm going to manage that. So that's all I did at the airport. Coastal Cottage. This was so much fun. I really loved this build. This was a great this was great. I love this place. I would, if I had to choose any settlement to where I was going to live, this would probably be it. I did keep the integrity of this little area. Really didn't do too much, but this is, I kept it as simple as possible. Oh, he was just rolling on his back, and tried to, I didn't want it to be too fancy. I did not finish this back part out. This is where, I was going to put some more, like tables and maybe a little cooking area. But I didn't actually finish it, and I don't know what he's farming over there, but here we go. Of course, the water well. And then I put their food over here. And then I threw a porch onto this warehouse, and then they have and then I needed an extra bed, so somebody's sleeping out in the living room. But it's fine. So this is a smaller build, but it did take a lot of time, because the house, the only thing, the integrity of the settlement is that house over there, because there's a huge hole underneath this foundation. And if you know anything about the game, that you'll know, be like, well, where's the old trashed out house? And then there's a huge hole underneath, because I scrapped everything. Well, I covered it. And that's what I came up with. And this is a great view.
Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
Well, that's nice, buddy. So, and then of course the Econo residence is over in that direction. And lots of gunners and raiders over here, so I gave them enough defense. They usually don't get messed with. But that's the Coastal Cottage. They do have a missile launcher. I love the missile launcher. Let's go off to the next one. County Crossings. This one, I think I threw up pretty quickly, and then I don't really think I only went back to it maybe one time. I really didn't do too much with it. Oh, that's right. No, I was thinking another one. So I actually took a lot of time with this, but when I first got here, I literally put just some mid-air planks above their little shack, threw a mattress or sleeping bag on the floor, and called it good. I was like, all right, there you go, have at it, sink or swim, bitches. But this is another pre-war house that I did, and I decorated this one out pretty well. Not as the best one is at Warwick, which you'll see that I'm the I think the best pre-war house that I did. Pretty basic, nothing really too much, you know. I did put the washer and dryer in this one though. Nothing too crazy here, just the basic stuff. I did add the defense, and I put all their benches in here. They do have everything though. And I swear, oh my gosh, I swear I connect these walls and I think they just disappear. I think I've done it like 3 times. I don't know what the deal is, because you have the super mutants over there. But this is where are we? Country Crossing. So not too bad. That's a standing guard spot. There's actually a mat there. I'm gonna put an exit sign. Like, if you don't like it, leave. So still using, this is where I actually shrunk the little generator. I have a utility now where probably not going to have any more conduits or wires. So that's going to be great for the next settlement build. Okay, so where are we going now? Oh, Croup Manor. That was fun. This was where I really tried to not tear down the house. So, as you can see, we have a lot going on here. I put different types of guard shacks out here. I just landscaped this. I actually always meant to put a statue up there, and I never really got around to it. Maybe I'll do that on the next build. I ended up with more settlers. This was actually a really huge build in a very small space because I fixed the house. But I needed 2 more, another settler, so I built out here. Those the videos of the wasteland. So, but they have their own spot out here. I don't know. This is what I did out here. And we'll just go through the front door because there's really nothing much more out here. But this is what Croup Manor looks like. I really tried to repair the walls, replace walls. I added on, which I kind of regretted that life choice after the fact, but I was committed, so here we are. I did not make this a living room per se. I wanted this to be like the common area, and I love windows. Hate doors, love windows. They do have a bathroom though. I never did do anything in the basement, so I put their bathroom back here. I didn't have to build out anything. I was like, there it is, bing, bang, boom. There it is. Little reading area with a fireplace. Of course, the eating. This is their little diner where they can get some food and play pool. This is more of where I put the kitchen. This is one of the fridges that you can open it, and I put those bottles in there, obviously because they're too tall, but you know, because don't we do that in our own refrigerator? Did give them a pre-war kitchen. I love these fireplaces. It's part of the Snappy builds. Added a little balcony and put in some institute beds here. Tried to fill in the space as best as I could. This is part of the old house, as you can see. As I did try and keep that as much as I could. Did keep the stairs. And then another common room, and I built out a balcony over here. Try to change up the bedrooms a little bit on this side. But then they have a big outdoor green space over here as well. And then I just built a walk around over here because the view was just too good. And then, of course, you can see the Kingsport Lighthouse from here, which at night is absolutely beautiful. And at the end of the video, I am going to change it to nighttime and do a very quick run through of a couple of the settlements at night, because some of them just look amazing at night. So here we go. Let's go to the next one. That's Croup Manor. Dalton Farm. I'm not going to go to, that's Far Harbor. I may go to the lumber mill, but I'll do Far Harbor last. This was fun. I love Miss Ma'am. A lot of people like, I just walk in and kill her. I'm not. I was interested in her backstory. I feel sorry for her. I was determined to make friends with her and gain her affinity, and I actually think I did pretty well at it. This was difficult. Talk about keeping the integrity of the settlement. As you can see, I did delete or scrap rather some of part of the structures here, because they're not usable anyway, and you can't do anything with them. So I wanted Miss Ma'am to have her own spot, which I'm going to show you her little penthouse up there. And if you know anything, there is behind those walls, there's a floor that there's absolutely nothing you can do. So I had to build around it. And that's the only thing I could think of, was to add some walls. But I do have her a thriving business here, with the diner, little sitting area. She has some general stuff, weapons, things like that. But this is Miss Ma'am's space. That's what I call her, is Miss Ma'am, because she's so funny. Did keep the integrity as much as I could of this space, and try and clean up the whole building. Did add in an outdoor space just for her, and a huge walk around balcony, which, there's really nothing. I couldn't really think of anything to put out there. So I just really like this little area. And I kept her desk, moved the safe, kept her Phyllis's terminal, and gave her her own spot. So and gave her real TV. So this is her area. Come out here. This is where I put all of the workbenches, because I wanted her to have all the workbenches. All I did up here was just clean up everything. There's really nothing else that I did, except just to clean it up. And sometimes that's all you need to do, is just clean up, and it just makes it look so much better. So if you have to pick one mod, the scrap everything mod is probably going to be your best bet. I did want to put in this is the little swimming area, so it's safe. I put in a little bridge. This is the settlers' quarters. I never really could get all the settlers. I don't know what's happening with that, but there you go. Sometimes these things happen when you're using in-game things. They knock them over. But they do have some fishing chairs. All I did was clean up the diner over here. I really didn't know what else to do with this spot, but I did resurrect the boat, put it up here, and then this is the egret tours. But they do have a boat for their tours. So there you go. And then I added that little sign. Okay, oops, where are we going? That's also Far Harbor. I will do that later. Finch Farm. I actually just built out Finch Farm. This is one of the last builds that I've done. The very last build was home plate. which I'd actually never, I was challenged to build out. I never actually built out at home plate before, but I think it turned out okay. So I felt really bad for the finches, so I just gave them some heavy walls, defenses. I wanted them to have a beach house after losing their son or grandson. I can't really remember. I gave them a little area over here. Best viewers already here. Oh, heck yeah. No, that's true, right? I still think it's funny that I'm still getting that. The ads are about to start in a minute, guys, and then I will take a break during that time. But anyway, I will start the tour. I gave them, this is a pre-built structured house, so I didn't actually have to build this, thank God. Else I don't think I would have. But I did just enough just for them. I kept it very simple, very clean. They do have an actual movie that they can watch. I have 3 or 4 of these, and they're actually pretty cool. That is from Videos of the Wasteland as well. I highly recommend that mod. Oh, that's interesting. So there's actually supposed to be a picture in there, and in that. And then there's nothing here. All right, ads are starting. I'm going to take a break. back just in time. I tried to time that perfectly. All right. Oh, ads are still in progress. Okay. That's all right. Here we go. Hi, Abe. Yep, no, everything's good. We're just saying goodbye to this playthrough. Yep. All right, so ads are done. So like I said, I just did something very simple and clean for the finches. I didn't really want to do too much here because I wasn't going to do anything. This is just their home. This is not a settlement. This is just their home. I want them to be happy after losing their child. I did add some of the beach mods here. They have a lifeguard stand. I really thought at first it was a guard post, but it's not. I didn't do too much out here. I just decorated. This is just their home. That's all this is. They do have plenty of defenses with their turrets. And of course they have a fishing chair because that would be me. That's where I live. When I go to the beach, I don't, swimming, yeah, it's great or whatever, but I want a fishing pole in my hand and snacks at my feet and a cold beer. And that's all I want. But anyway, that's another story. Tried to make this as homey as possible for them. And one thing, if you do get CVC, I do like this mod a lot. This gate comes with it, and it automatically shuts. You don't have to have anything else more than just to stick it in the ground, and that's it. So this is Finch Farm and their home, and that's what I did for them. Moving on. Grey Garden, I mean, what can you really do for a bunch of robots? Not much, but I did try and clean it up for them. And give them some defenses because they kept getting attacked. Lots of ghouls like to attack Grey Garden for whatever reason. The build zone actually goes all the way up through the bridge, as it does in Finch Farm. But I like to keep things a little bit more condensed. I think it's easier to manage. So I just cleaned it up all the way around. And actually blocked. Some crazy things are happening that I'm finding on these settlements because I've tried to grab that to move it and I never could, but here we are. Being a settlement builder is really fun. So I blocked off the doors there. I know you probably noticed that I have a jetpack, but I do not have power armor. That is another mod. And it is absolutely so sick and cool. I just cleaned it up in here for them. That's all I did. I really didn't try and change too much because they're happy doing what they're doing. I just wanted them to have some more defenses and so ghouls cannot get in. And ever since I put this wall up and these turrets, they have not had an issue. So that is Grey Garden. They got the minimum. Here, I'll show you what their stats look like. So, of course, they don't need any beds, which is fine. They don't need any power. I did give them water. They have food, and they have 6 people because robots are people too. Okay, so moving on. Green Top Nursery. I think this is where I was thinking, yeah, I really didn't do too much here, but this was my first one of these structures. I had just gotten this mod and I was playing around with it and I was like, you know what, let's put it there. So I have this cool cabin mod and I was like, okay, let's play around with that. So as you can see, they don't have any walls, but nobody really messes with them. I did a little bit in here of what I thought. They did not have electricity, so I used only candles in here, so it's kind of cozy. As you can see, not too much of anything else. There is no TV. There isn't anything like that. This is what you call off-grid. Like, serious off-grid. This is part of the original settlement because they will have traders come and sit around the fire. So I left that alone. I did add some turrets and a population control terminal, but there really isn't too much here that I did except clean things up and gave them some defenses around the perimeter. And I did plant some food for them so it would meet the settlers' requirements. And on the corners, I just added some turrets. So this is probably the least effort I think I've done. And I may say that again because I really don't think I really did anything, but I wanted something off grid. So this is my off grid homestead is what I like to call it. So really not too much to see there, but I was experimenting. Now this was fun. I love Hangman's Alley. This was a lot of fun to build. This was pretty great. And you guys, I don't like talking a lot like this, so this is really wearing me out already. But you can always mute me if you want. I would mute me. I'm just saying. Hearing too much talking drives me crazy. So I just want to apologize for those that are the same as me in advance. But I wanted to kind of explain everything. So this is how I blocked off Hangman's Alley, and I use these little turret things, which you can actually turn and put them on the walls and the ceiling or whatever. And I keep forgetting that I have them, but here we are. So this has 3 levels. We'll start on the bottom. They do have a Brahmin. This is like their common area. I did give them a basketball court. I mean, because, you know, they're in the middle of the city, yo. They need a basketball court. They do have all the appropriate workbenches. And this is a trader's alley. This I like to call this Trader's Alley and Hangman's Alley.
Not many doctors around these days.
Try to do my best to fit it all in. It's kind of like a puzzle piece in this area. And then I did block it off. And then put a little Trader's Welcome sign there. This is out of the build zone over here. I think this is the edge of the build zone. So that's why I put the...
Raiders thought we were easy pickings.
That's right. You ain't easy pickings. That's right. You showed them. And then as you can see, I put... that's the second and then the third level, which I will go and show you that right now. I did delete these walls here, so because I wanted, because it's not a usable area, so I needed some usable area, so I manufactured it myself. I love green spaces. You will notice that about all of my builds. There's actually a mod out there that, here, let me go to the second level, where you have to do certain things to produce happiness, and I think making green spaces is one of them. So this is Liv's corner. She wanted her little corner and her little area, so I made this for Liv. I normally don't put sleeping bags on the ground, but there she is. I know she's watching. So, but do you remember that when we built that area? I'm like, all right, well then, because we were trying to figure out what to do with this corner, and that's what she wanted. So that's her spot, all her own. That's what she wanted. So she got her own, but she got her spot in all my settlement builds. So I was trying to utilizing again the integrity of this space. So we built around the area. I did delete a couple things. I tried to utilize as much as I could. This was not an easy build, to say the least, but it was a really fun build. I would totally do this, something similar again. As you can see, like, those walls were scrapped, so I had to fill in the spaces because I needed squares, right? Because a lot of this is not a square. It's so hard to build in here. Again, where am I going to put my food other than the rooftop? So we did again, the glass floors to let light in during the day. And then I use these capsules. I think I ran out of build space for beds, so I had to use more sleeping bags, which I do not like using sleeping bags, but here we are. Which is ironic because there's apartments right there. I literally just noticed that. So this is my hangman's alley. This is what I could come up with. There's a couple things I cannot get rid of, but it's fine. I'm showing you all the settlements during the day. As you notice, my days are not going. It's either staying day or staying night. Another bug. That's why I'm starting a new playthrough. Another reason why I'm starting a new playthrough. Okay, so this is Jamaica Plains. I actually really enjoyed doing Jamaica Plains. This is a small area, but man, the only thing I kept from this building was this one corner. And then I tried to save the house. I could not. The build zone does extend out, but I wanted to keep it compact, and I just cleaned it up as much as I could because there was a wall here, but I ended up scrapping a lot of it. Like you can see, I didn't do the best job of it out here, but I was trying to really just focus on the inside. So we'll just go through the front area. There's a guard shack, and then I put the food out here. They do have 2 guard puppies, because I mean, who wouldn't want 2 guard puppies? And I closed this area in. So I did keep where the footprint of the building, but I had to build a new building. I just couldn't save it. Those walls were really wonky. And then I needed another living quarters, so I just put that there. They are heavily defended though. They even have some turrets up here. So they definitely do not have any problems with getting anybody messing with them. I did add all their workbenches and stuff in here as much as I could. And then I gave them, so this little butcher block area, that actually does produce food, and it is assignable.
Got a dangerous
So
look about you.
here we go.
You ain't here for me.
And then I did the best I could for a living area, which is, I had to fill this space in, so this is what I came up with. So it's small, but it's tidy, and it's clean, which is very important to me in my settlement builds. And they do have an iBot and the 2 guard puppies and all the turrets. So this is my Jamaica Plains. This is what I came up with. As you notice, I got rid of the wall here and added the roses instead, because who doesn't like roses? Okay, so the next one. I love Kingsport Lighthouse. This is another one that I wish I could export out, which I am working on. So one of the things that I am working on for the channel is getting commissions to do people's settlement builds for them, where I can actually export the files and give them the files that I make for them, if that makes sense. Like you can say, okay, I want you to build out my Kingsport Lighthouse. I want you to keep the integrity of the home, like I did here. Like I want this build. I will be able to, and I think I have the mod already installed from when we did some work last night. I just need to figure out the exact way to export the files, and then I can sell my settlement builds, or you can commission me to do your settlement builds, and then you can put them into your own game. So I tried with this house, and I think it came out okay. This is what I could come up with. The lighthouse is just cleaned up all the way through. All I did was that, but this is a working lighthouse, as you know. I was able to come down here, and one of the interesting things about this spot is that here there's a radiation area that you cannot get rid of down here. So I put these big hedges. That is a mod. That's why my water looks so clear. I didn't have the beach mod at the time, else I probably would have put something down here, or at least maybe on the other area. But one thing I will be doing on my next settlement build is I did repair this pier. That was fun. And I will be building out onto this pier the next time as well. I did clean up the boat, prod this barge in from way down there. So that barge that you see down there is actually this barge, right? Because if we move closer, it's going to disappear. I actually brought it in, or I thought I did. Okay, so you know what? Oh my gosh, you know what happened? It must have when I just re-downloaded the game, so it respawned another one, but it also kept that one, so that's pretty cool. That's funny. All right, yeah, so that's actually that barge. I was gonna build out on here. It has half of the build zone on here, so it wouldn't be too bad. And I did keep some of the stuff. I just put some of their happiness stuff down here. They actually do walk down here and use it. But in the house, as you can see, I kind of built out a little bit. Upstairs, I had to get rid of that. It was like an old bathroom on this side. I just put in a glass roof. Add in an extra like living area and some more beds, and everything does have electricity. So this is mainly the settlement for Kingsport Lighthouse. Learned a lot. This was the first time that I built anything to kind of keep the integrity without just scrapping everything. Really learned a lot during this build. So, and of course they have their food. Brought one of the boats in, put a bunch of flowers in it, because that's what I would do in real life. And they do have a Brahmin, which this is really cool. Yeah, actually, in one of the mods, I'm pretty sure it's CVC. You can, yeah, it is CVC. You can have a Brahmin feeder with actual hay in it. Okay, so that's the lighthouse. Oh, this was actually really fun. That's Far Harbor. If you're not familiar, we'll go there last. So let's go to the construction site. This is Bolivia said if Shrek lived anywhere, this is where he would live. I thought that was funny. Oh, hello. All right, we fighting, y'all. Let's go. So, I'm gonna miss my spray and pray, but it's probably the first gun I will get. Oh man, did I just lose a settler? Okay, no. All right. Well, that's always fun, spawning into the middle of a firefight. Hello. All right, so guys, I'm just going to ask that we hold off on any blurps or any other sound effects because I'm trying to do a tour for to say the for the settlements, and I'm trying to narrate. Okay, I know you didn't know, but thank you so much. No, you're good. I just want to let everybody know. So one of the good things about the Scrap Everything mod is that I can actually get rid of this body if I can hit, and then it's gone, right? So that's always good to keep everything clean and tidy. So I did keep the integrity of the of this shack. I just repaired it with some walls and a new roof. I did put everything on piers out of the water, and I would normally cover this, but this was an interesting time and build for me. Again, I wanted to use the cabins. I love this little area. Again, another green space, and I gave them a bunch of turrets. I really love this build. So there's actually a door here, but this is a huge bathroom that I built for them, a little dressing area and a bathroom. And then they got a kitchen. Bless this mess. I love that mod. It's a neons mod. What is, okay. So they got a full kitchen, and then I put a kitchen garden up here, kind of like a kitchen herb garden, which I've actually have had in a couple of my houses that I lived at. Is amazing, and hope to have again one day. And as you can see, the water is clear because of the water mod that I have. Inside's pretty cool. I tried to make this as cabin-y as I could, but open living area, lots of fireplaces. I love me a good fireplace, and of course it's Christmas every day in my world, so we always have a Christmas tree. And they do have the perks. I think, yeah, they just have the perks videos going. So here we go. So this is what I thought I could do with the construction site. You're soon here, you're going to be seeing the new generator mod that I have, but now with the new utilities mod that we downloaded, I'm not going to have to actually wire anything if I don't want to. It's already going to be powered. I kept this small and compact because for defensibility, as you can see, they're still getting attacked, but they do have enough defenses. And I have yet to lose any settlers on any of my settlements on this playthrough, because I learned a lot the last few playthroughs about keeping things secure. So that is Murkwater, the construction site. That's what I came up with. So let's go to the next one. Nordhagen. So again, this is not a settlement per se, but just I wanted to fix up their home. So I did the best I could to make it secure. I usually don't use these walls, but I wanted something quick and easy, and this is their home. This is not a settlement. There is no settlement recruitment beacon here. I gave them more food. I gave them a butcher block. They have plenty of water. There's a story behind that. I deleted the post, and I couldn't delete the wires, so that's what we did. I made a home for the Nordhagens. I think that's their name. I made a little corner here for the little boy, because he's still a little boy, right? And little comic books everywhere, you know, kids. And I just made a home for them here. I didn't want anything too crazy, but this is what they got. So I probably could have, I wish those double beds actually counted as two, else I put the parents one bed there and have the child have their own bed, but this is what I came up with. And as you can see, the TV was just the regular vanilla TV because I did not have the mod at the time of the videos of the Wasteland. I'm not really sure what that is. It kind of looks like the top of a grill, and I'm not sure why that's there. But this is what the top of Nordhagen looks like. They have a pretty good view here. And of course that's Libertaria, which we don't go there. Kind of like in Half-Life, Ravenholm, we don't go there anymore. Yeah, I don't like to go there. So this is, hey Tank, no, we're just doing I'm done with this playthrough, so I'm doing a settlement tour of all my settlements on this playthrough. I'm going to start a new playthrough this afternoon. So this is Nordhagen. So that's what I did there. Again, not a settlement, just a home, kind of like for the Finches. I thought about doing that for Abernathy next. I think I'm just going to make them a home and not actually have it as a settlement. And I'm probably going to do that for all of the family settlements are just going to be homes. They're not actually going to have settlements. Oberlin Station. This one was kind of fun to build. So this was my first spot on using these walls, and I really kind of enjoyed it. And I thought a little bit out of the box here. I really wanted the as you're walking the train tracks, you know, if you're a trader, well, here you go. You have to, you know, this is the security gate, right? This was my thinking. I didn't want any more settlers here. I wanted to keep this kind of small as well. There's only 4 people here. So I gave them plenty of food, just enough for them to farm themselves. This is 1 bedroom. I did a lot of their cooking and stuff. This is very, very, they do have a back door. 2 beds here. This is just 1 bedroom. Again, of just a vanilla TV because I didn't have the mod at the time. So this is literally all of Oberlin, but they do have they have a bar and a first aid station. So if you're hurt, you can get drunk and then go get fixed up.
Let's get a look at you.
that was my thinking on that. So there we go. Thank you for the lurk, Tank. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be on later for an actual playthrough. This is just a tour right now, so I can have this, so I don't lose any of the. I want to be able to see it again or show examples of what I can do. This will be it. Okay. Moving on. Outpost Zumanja. I always call this Jumanji. It's not really a settlement per se, but I actually tried to make this into a settlement by adding they're constantly being attacked. Oh my gosh. Hello, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. How are we doing today? Here, let me give you a shout out. What's going on, Black and One?
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch.
Thank you for shouting him out. Welcome in, raiders. My name's Steffi. I'm actually in the middle of doing a farewell settlement build. This is my I'm doing a tour of all my settlements for this playthrough because I'm going to start a new playthrough, and I built out every settlement, so I didn't want to lose anything. So I'm just kind of doing a tour. My new playthrough will start this afternoon, but if you want to hang out and see what I built, great, but there's not going to be any gameplay or anything right now. This is strictly just my farewell tour of my settlements that I've done. So this is kick back, relax. I'm sorry if I ramble. I usually don't talk this much, but I felt like I need to narrate each settlement to show you guys what I did. But hi, welcome in. I'm glad you're here, and thank you so much for the raid and for bringing your viewers. I appreciate it. So this is what I came up with. I did want to make this outpost more of a settlement, so I did add in. The coolest thing about this is this outdoor shower, kind of outdoor shower that I made. I was like, you know what? These folks need a shower. So, I add a little bit of a work area. I didn't want to move the workbench in this settlement. I brought Clem in from Vaultec. I love him. I think he just brightens up the place. I gotta sleep, but I'll hang out and lurk. No worry. Oh, hey, Alexa, you are my favorite potato. Aw. Thank you, Alexa. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Yeah, go rest, Black and White. I appreciate you so much. Thank you again for the raid and trusting me with your community. These folks are constantly getting attacked, right? So I upped the defense, but in reality, anything over 100 defense on your settlements isn't going to make a difference, right? It's just not. This has 112. Some of my settlements have 500, and they still get attacked. But walls, I don't care what anybody says, walls do make a big difference. Some people have raiders spawn in. I have yet to have any raiders or gunners spawn in to my settlements that have walls. Robots, yes, but physical NPCs, no. Physical meaning human NPCs. So this is my outpost / settlement for Zumanja, aka Jumanji. So that's that one. We already did Red Rocket. We already did Sanctuary. Okay, so Somerville. Let's go check out Somerville. Defense rating makes a difference. Yeah, it really does. I'm constantly getting crap about, oh, well, if you do anything over 100, doesn't make a difference. I don't believe that. I think it does make a difference, and I think walls do make a difference. As you can see, oh my God, what was I thinking? I think I was just going turret crazy over here. I haven't been here in a while. This is another home that I built. I did need them to have another settler or two. I didn't do too much but clean up the area, gave them some decent beds, and I gave them a farmhand or two, I think. I think I brought in one more person to help them. But they have everything that they need, and they have a dry roof. I did dry in the roof up here and give them heavily defenses because, as you can see, there's no guard posts here, but they do have a crap ton of turrets. I normally, like I said, when it comes to the families' homes, I don't like to turn them into settlements. I like to just make a good home for them and move on, and I'll come in and check on them periodically. But that's all I did for these guys. They're on the edge of the glowing sea. They are constantly being raided by gunners on this side, so I think that's why I added so many turrets on this side, because they kept getting raided, and these gunners were relentless. But ever since I put the wall in and all those turrets, they actually stopped getting messed with. So for me, in my experience, like you said, Alexa, it does make a difference. It really does. They were lightly being raided on this side, so I didn't put as much turrets, but they still do have high walls, and that goes all the way around. And luckily, these walls are very wide, so it actually didn't take very much time to actually build those. Let me see here. I love Spectacle Island. I do not know how to get settlers to Spectacle Island. I actually really wanted this to be a settlement. But I could never get anybody out here. But oh my God, it's so good. Look, dude, they have a tiki bar, okay? I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want to live and work out here? This place is so freaking cool. I did resurrect some boats and make them houseboats. And again, these fishing chairs do produce food. They are in the CVC mod under, I believe, resources. Or do I have two of these? I may have two of them because one of them does produce food because I have it at Sanctuary. This is where I use my new generator mod, and I'm going to show you. Oh, I think I'm outside. Oh no, I'm inside. See this little wall generator? It's called CPX, small generators, and this produces 10. You just need to add a conduit. So I was actually able to add electricity to this little houseboat. And then I built out the pier and added in a gate. Kind of finished this out. I love these covered bridges. This is pretty much the same as the other one. But if you like peace and quiet and living on the water like I do, this is perfect. Added in the tiki bar. I wanted a jukebox, but really didn't have room for it. I didn't want to put it out there, so I just added in the radio. Did another fishing chair out here. This very small little touches and a lot of cleanup goes a long way in settlement building. If you don't like to spend a lot of time settlement building, I would recommend getting the scrap everything and just maybe one little settlement mod to add a few little extra touches. I did vanilla building for a long time and did just fine. This is where I was going to put my settlers. I was going to make the actual bedrooms. Each 4x4 square of these walls was going to be a bedroom with a common area in the middle, but I could never get any settlers out here. I did add in the beach mod stuff here. I was able to do that again throughout fishing. This is my spot. Look, you got a fishing pole. You got a cold beer. I just need my snacks right in there in the cooler and a fishing pole, and I'm good forever. Little area, and then if you can notice, and these are actually beds. They're not actually towels. Oh, yeah, and then you can sit. That's right. You have the sit ones. I added this wall in because Spectacle Island is so big, I did not want to build out all of Spectacle Island. So they do have food up here. I kind of put this up out of the way, left this as part of the original settlement, and then added in the wall or the fence, some trees, added in the lighthouse, and then I kept the integrity of this barn but built out from it. This is their workshop, and they do have more food in here as well. So that's what I did with that. Did add in some defenses because not really sure where they are going to get. The only direction that they've gotten any problems with it when I've come in is in this direction. So I added more turrets over here. Brought all these boats in, built out this huge pier. This is 2 more houseboats that, of course, have everything that they could possibly need. I covered in the area so they have more because they don't have a tiki bar over here. But this is where the traders, these people are going to take care of all the trading stuff. And then I added all the traders' stalls over here. Combined, there's only 3. Looks like more, but there's actually only 3. This is the general trader, weapons, and armor. And then this is where the traders would come in if I ever actually had any traders coming this way. And I would imagine they come in by boat. Those boats I could do nothing with, so they're just there for decoration, honestly. There are only a couple little things that I left for Spectacle Island, and I'll go show you on this side. did clean out everything, so this is a bare island. I probably will not do that again. I'll actually keep all the trees and all the structures next time and just maybe build out on little parts of the island. I wanted to keep this pier because I am a sucker for a pier. I grew up on the water. I don't know if you guys can tell. I grew up on the water. I love fishing. So anything that I can keep, not a fishing chair, but maybe a meditation chair. I don't know. I did salvage all these things, just set them up. But I did find something interesting out here that I don't know if anybody else has found, because this is the first time that I actually found it. There's actually a grave out here. So it had a different cross, and it had that. I added that. It was on the ground. It had a different cross out there, so I put a fence around it, added a better cross, and then just stuck a little Brahmin skull on there because, you know, I thought it was cool. There's little graves, unmarked graves all throughout this game, and whenever I find them, I try to clean them up and pay tribute to that little area. I think it's important. There's a lot of morality in this game and a lot of unmorality in this game, and I'm trying to keep it try and keep those little things, instead of scrapping them or deleting them, I try and salvage them, which I'll show you in Warwick Farms. The little kids, little toys that you find, I didn't scrap those. I actually built fences around them and kept them intact, to try and keep the integrity of the little nuances that the devs put into the game. Bye, Tank. You have a great day. So one thing I would love to do is of course, this is Kingsport, a replica of Kingsport Lighthouse, right? I believe this is in Homemaker under structures. I would love to be able to make this a working lighthouse because the bulb is up there. Have not figured out how to do that, but when I do, I will be putting a working lighthouse. So this is my Spectacle Island. Again, just added a couple little touches. Nothing real crazy except for the tiki bar and the boathouses, and the big pier over there. But this is probably my favorite thing that I ever did, was this one little area. I thought this was so cool. I grew up on the Chesapeake Bay in Maryland, and we have a couple of islands out in the Chesapeake Bay that this kind of reminds me of, and this is my homage to them. Yeah, this reminds me of home, pretty much. So this is my Spectacle Island, and we will move on. I'm really gonna miss this one. I'll probably rebuild this in the next playthrough. Let's go. Starlight Drive-In. I had a little fun with this one. This was pretty good. All right, I am out of coffee. All right, so when we spawn in, I need to remember where we spawn in at or change it. But so it's a drive-in, right? So we had to have hold on, guys. My dogs already want lunch. Uh-oh, why is my game frozen? Oh no. I'm not really sure what's going on, but my game is kind of frozen. Let me see. And this is another reason why I'm starting another playthrough. I have some corrupt save files going on, and my game just froze. So I'm going to have to restart. I'm so sorry. I did not want this to happen, but hey, it is what it is. So let me restart the game real quick. I literally have to end it through Task Manager. I'm hoping that we're going to do a couple things before I start a new playthrough. I'm hoping that it'll fix these issues. that I'm having. And I think I know what happened. Um, yeah, I think I know what happened. But so I'll be able to keep a better eye on that. You know, I got the cryolator on this playthrough, and I never actually used it. I used it a lot on my last playthrough, like big time. I never used it on this one. I don't know why. That's so funny. Okay, so I'm going to give the computer a second to catch up so we don't crash again or freeze up. But I will show you that I just added a couple little things. There was some differences. I actually changed this a couple times. I mean, that's neither here nor there, but I do like how it turned out. So I built up. I tried to build up. I will show you the bottom first. These two shack areas were, I needed more beds. I usually do not use these shacks, but I was like, you know what, let me just try. So I added this little area, but you will not see this very often, if ever, in any of my builds. It's just not my style. I know it is for a lot of people, and that's great, but it's just not for me. I think you guys can pretty much tell what my style is when it comes to building. They do have, see, she's working the
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
I do work my settlers to the bone. They do have lots of food. I did keep the shed. I'm just gonna go around, but I cut it in half with the amphitheater. And yes, my obsession with Nuka World shows here. I was being silly one night, and I added, see, the light's not even on there, but I have better spotlights now, so that's gonna work out better. This was, I think, early on, so it was my attempt at trading, traders. As you can see, it's not very decorated at all. It's actually kind of like, there's like really nothing there. But they do have a bathroom. I added a bathroom there. I cut it in half because I didn't want to, Starlight's just too big. But I did keep everything. There is a wall of turrets on the other side, and all of it's clean. It's just clean inside. There's nothing really there. So it's just clean. It was easier to keep this compact, and as you can see, it's early on because I'm using those big old generators, which I would never use for anything anymore, now that I have a better generator mods. But with the generator mods, you still have to have the correct perks, else you still can't use them. So there's that. This is another little trailer hood that I tried to keep the theme going. I'll show you the diner first. And the great thing about this is this at night the sellers do all congregate around here, which is really cool to see. I did. Oh, she's in the floor. I don't know why she's in the floor, but okay. I did clean this up a lot, and I think, yeah, I kept this. I just cleaned it up a little bit. Oh, there's water down there. And then this is where I put my settlers. They have these capsules, and there is like a living area and a sleeping area in every one, and this is what they basically all look like. And of course they have the guard posts. That's not actually a guard tower, so I had to add the guard post and the mats to actually make it into a guard tower. And of course I put a motorcycle up here because why not. We'll go over the big bridge in a second. I finally found a way to use that bridge. I've been wanting to use that forever. So they have more. So the living quarters are kind of spread out here. I usually have them kind of compact because they're also over this on this side as well. I made more living quarters over here. Again, not as decorated as I normally would, but clean. So, and that's really important for me when with my builds to have it clean. So this is what I came up with my Starlight. Very, like I said, this was a very early on. I think this was the second build that I did, and I only came back to it once or twice to kind of finish out some things. But what I really like about this build is the diner area, which I will probably do again. Thinking about something a little bit different for the settlers next time, and I do have the videos of the Wasteland mod, so I'm actually thinking about making this into an actual drive-in on my next playthrough, which again will start this afternoon. Which I'm going to need some help because I can't remember how to play at a lower level. That's going to be fun. Sunshine Tidings. This is actually one of my favorite builds, but I could never get any settlers over here. And I'm really sad about that because I think this would have been, it has everything. It has all the traders. It has the settlements. It has, I mean, this is just really fun. It has, this is, I can't even say enough good things about this settlement. I really do love this one. We'll start off and go around. I even have a little projector on there. They do have guard posts. I did use the sign to put on the front there. I made a recreational area for them, which I thought I will do, absolutely do again. I love the way that turned out. I did do the fort walls because they kept getting raided. You know how this place is. Cleaned up their garden area, made it nice and tidy. Kept the integrity of the original building, just added the garage doors, and kept a lot of the original things. I guess I never unlocked that. Whatever, it's all good. They do have all the workbenches that they need. They even have some Brahmin. So I really like the way that this turned out. And again, as soon as I put the wall up and all the guard posts and the turrets, they never got attacked anymore. This is one living space I had to add on after I built the other ones because I actually did get a few settlers, but it stopped. I couldn't get any more. This is what I came up with for one of the cabins. The cabin comes with these little sheds, but I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to use those for, but I did add them in a couple spaces. You know, look, he's just out here having a drink and eating some food and grilling. This is one of the cabins. I actually split it up in this one to make it separate, the living quarters from the living room, and this is what I came up with. And I use both, I love these little fireplaces. You can find these in Homemaker, in the Homemaker mod. And of course there's a kitty cat levitating on the floor. And I wanted fireplaces, so I don't know why I didn't use that end cap over there. I think I wanted a window. That's probably why. So that's one building. That was the main place where they were going to live, and then I had to add that one. But I couldn't fit another cabin. It was just too big, so I had to build that out. But one fun fact about me is I actually used to be a professional pool player, so I always try and add a pool hall wherever I can. And that's a little nod to myself in days gone by in my other lifetime when I played professional pool. And traveled the country with the United States Pool Player Association and getting my butt kicked. I was a professional pool player. I never said I was any good, but I could hold my own. This has a diner, right? Because you can get food, and then this bar is assignable. It has a mat to it. which I thought this was pretty cool. And tried to use some of the Nuka World illuminated posters, which I think kind of fit in here pretty well. And of course, there's a jukebox. And I'm still waiting for a mod that has a jukebox that plays actual Diamond City radio. That would be great. This is a little trader's corner. This is assigned. And then there's a dock. So there's 2-3 things here to make caps. And then of course I built this big wall all the way around. So it is completely defended. Hi Rusty, welcome back. So hey Rusty, I'm just asking everybody to not play any more blurps while I'm doing the tour. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to get a video of all the settlements before I start my new playthrough. But welcome back. It's good to see you, poops. I did love the UFO. I had to put that on there. And of course, my new little Nuka World spot. So this is what I did with Sunshine Tidings. I really don't know what happened to the stoned robot that would go around here. I never really saw him again. I'm not really sure what happened to him. He could be on the other side of the wall somewhere, stuck. I'm not really sure, but this is what I came up with. So this is my Sunshine Tidings, and one of my favorite things is I was able to move the sign and actually make a real entrance. Okay. So here we go. Taffington. This was a good one. This was another one where I really tried to keep the integrity of the house, and I think I did the best job here. Again, a little bit tough on building because they would get attacked a lot. So I wanted one entry point. I did my best to build the walls out. I even added some fort walls here. Have no idea if that actually made a difference. Oh, I never did add stairs there. But here we are. We do have a guard on duty. The ground here is awful. So it's not as clean as I would like. I mean, I think every Fallout 4 player hates that settlement builds, hates these twigs that stick out of the ground. I am no exception. I didn't do a whole lot with the actual settlement part, but again, I cleaned everything up. There is a fishing chair. She is, that is assignable again. I just cleaned it up and added in what they needed for necessities. But I was able to dry in the roof because the whole roof was just, disgusting. I did add a new wall here and cleaned up the bathroom area, but this is just a wash-up area. There's not actually a bathroom here. And I added some rudimentary beds because I really didn't do too much here. I'm gonna try and do better with Taffington next time. As you can see, I just used a lot of the stuff that was already here, and I just tried to clean it up and to make it livable and clean for them, which I think it turned out okay. This was not for beautification. This was for strictly just that there's no caps being made here. This is just a home for some settlers. And then I put all of the I'll see if I can fly up there. I put all the electricity up here, and I really don't like conduits. If anybody knows me well enough and has been watching me long enough, can tell that I really just hurried through this one. I only came back to it a couple times just to add in some more defenses. Oh yeah, here's their bathroom. That's right. I did give them a bathroom. So they have an out to house, but they do have a wash up area inside their house. And I did want to keep the house. I did fix the railings, kind of. I just noticed that. So this isn't perfect, but I'm going to do better on the next playthrough for Taffington House. I feel like it deserves a little bit more TLC. If you can tell, there's no landscaping here at all. I have an idea of what I'm going to do here, and I'll see if it works. I'm not really sure if it's going to work or not, but we shall see on the next playthrough. So that's Taffington. Okay, hold on, babies. Okay, so Tim Pines. Tim Pines is really cool. Tim Pines was built up a couple times before I settled with this. This was actually the first location that I tried to build a cabin, and a few mistakes happened. I tried to build it outside the build zone, facing the wrong direction. So that was a pain in the butt. But this is what I came up with for 10 Pines. This has absolutely no purpose whatsoever except for the view. And I just added that there because I was being silly. I wanted to make this an actual settlement. There is no money being made here, but this is a home for settlers, which I will use some settlements like Taffington and this place just to make it a home for them. And I did give them a big kitchen, big community kitchen. Everybody has their own space. There is no shared sleeping space except for in here, because I ran out of build room, and I meant to build 2 more capsules, and I just never got around to it. There is a common area, and this is the main house with another like living room.
I knew you would help us.
Well, thank you. Finally, some gratitude. This is actually outside of the build zone, so it's a little wonky, but I did have to add more food. But they do have a workout area. They have all the workbenches, but up here there is all the traders, and they're. I just said that this is just a settlement. I completely forgot. I built this a long time ago. This is not just a settlement, but this is making me money. I wonder how much money I got in here. And I'm really bad about going to the workbench and actually seeing if I have, 31 caps. Oh yeah, it's a big money maker, y'all. It's fine. I don't settlement build for caps. I settlement build for homes. I like to make homes for my settlers, so that's not important to me. So that's what I kind of go for. But like I said earlier, the airport, I think I'm going to make, that is going to be a moneymaker. And that will probably be my only moneymaker. Everything else is probably just going to be homes. And I'm going to focus all of my money cap making in one spot. I think it'll be easier for me to manage as well. And it's just one way I'm going to try and go about it. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, well, then it doesn't. I will adjust and pivot and move on. So the castle is kind of fun. This is actually my favorite castle build I've ever done, because I actually repaired the castle. I did not put my own spin on it when it comes to the walls like I've done in the past. As you can see, I actually used fort walls to repair the walls. We can start on the top. I did add a green space up here, which I thought was important. This is another build. There's only 3 or 4 out of all of them that I wish I could export and take with me. This is definitely one of them. I just tried to repair and keep the integrity, really keep the integrity of this place as best as I could. Adding in, you know, extending out those walkways. This of course is the front, which is kind of cool. I added some touches over there. So this is the top of the castle. We'll go to the front. I didn't do anything with this, but it is just it's actually secure, and I physically locked it. This was before my keypad mod, so I just console coded. Now I can't even unlock it. I just console coded it locked because I didn't want anybody coming in or out. I'm just gonna exit and fly on the other side, so I don't spend too much time on that. I do have all my lock perks though, guys. I don't want you to think I can't unlock a lock. I can. Just don't feel like doing it right now. So I added a tank, and I tried to make this an actual entrance. Like if you were coming up to a fort, this is what you would see. This was my vision for it. So use some pretty cool different things from different mods. I love the flags that they actually wave, the statue, the tank. You know, it actually should be pointed at the Predawin because I'm going to destroy it on my next playthrough. Spoiler alert. So here we'll just go around. I did add a bathhouse here, and there's only one for everybody, but you know, sharing is caring. I added in a big kitchen and eating area right here. This was kind of fun to build, and I had to block that off, so I had to get a little ingenious with that. But this was actually one of my funner builds. We do have all the traders here. Put them in here, and they're, as you can see, they're all working hard. I'm curious to see if I actually have any caps. I never check. This is a common room, like a living room. There's a desk, there's a piano, there's a jukebox, there's actually a TV with videos of the wasteland going. Sometimes that works, sometimes it not. I think there's something wrong with that mod, but it could be part of what's going on with my save files. This is living quarters over here. I actually have a door here to cut off the traders part of it from the actual living quarters, even though the kitchen is on the other side. But there really wasn't any other place.
I'm glad I don't have to spend my whole life on the ground. That would be boring.
This is more living quarters. I really enjoyed building out this castle. And then just a little quiet area, I guess. I did have to build out more living quarters, I'll show you, but this is their workstations. We have two on either side. They have everything that they need. And then I needed more living quarters, so I just kind of built out. Oh, see, it's working in here. So I just built this out. And then I gave this guy his own office area. He's secured. So
You're finding the broadcast useful.
and I put a little broadcast thing there because, you know, he's broadcasting, right? This is the food that I came up with. It's the best I could do. I really wanted it to kind of blend in with as much as I could with the castle. And I didn't do anything in here except clean it up because, you know, Ronnie's got this, right? So I just kind of left all the actual game stuff that came in here. I just left it in here. I didn't scrap any of it. I don't think I scrapped a lot. I guess maybe I scrapped a little bit of it, but I wanted to keep most of it there.
Something general?
So, and I didn't do anything in the tunnels. And I wasn't going to add another mod to be able to do it. I think this came out just fine. And then, of course, I had to, put the little trader stuff in here. Hi, Belfast. How are you? Doing a little tour of all my settlements. It's a final episode of this playthrough. So I'm doing this for posterity so I can keep it. And because these are probably the best builds that I've done so far, and I didn't want to lose them because I will be eliminating some save files because I think I have some corrupt save files. So almost done. I did not do the Mechanist layer, so we can skip that, but I did do the slog, and these are my favorite people in the game, and Arlen is my favorite NPC. I wish I could do more with him. I did do everything that I could for all the storylines. So they got extra walls and extra turrets. They have a little area over here. I gave Arlen all the Giddy Up Buttercups. I even got a big one that I gave him. I absolutely love him. This is actually, scrapped all the water out and actually put purified water in. And so you can drink this. It's from the Build Your Own Pool mod. And added more tar berries for more food. Just cleaned this up out here for them a little bit. Really didn't do too much. Of course, had to put a pool table in because, why not? Just clean this area up. Really didn't want to get too crazy with it. But did add in some barbecues. This is just another little area. This is where I put their workbenches. It's a little tight, but it is what it is. And I wanted to add in the driving range, so I built the wall around the driving range. It's actually outside the build area, but I wanted to include it in this settlement. It just made sense to me. I did dry in the ceiling as best I could. And then this was another mistake that I learned. When you scrap those lights, the actual lights, you can't scrap it. So I had to fix that. I also had to have these lights coming out of, like ghost lights coming out of nowhere. Just cleaned this up, made this living area. Nothing really fancy, but clean and it's what they deserve. Made a little office area with some safes, and I did add in a bathroom and a kitchen area, and see, he's just chilling, and that's what I've done here. This is the slog, but my favorite part of the slog, besides the pool and the little waterfall and the purified water, is definitely Arlen and this little corner. This is definitely my favorite little spot. I even took all this stuff off the door so he could see through the door. He's my favorite. I just love Arlen. So that's the slog. Where are we at? Vault 88, I did not do anything with. That is Far Harbor. We'll go there in a minute. And last but not least for the Commonwealth is Warwick. And this was a lot of fun building out Warwick. Also learned a lot when doing this. The fort looks perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I really love, oh man, I love the castle. That was so great. That was so much fun building. That took a long time. So this was another fun build. And I took a lot of time with Warwick. I scrapped a lot out. I cleaned up a lot, added a lot of little touches, did as best as I could. When you notice, you do have a guard there, but there's a big trader's village here. I know my style isn't like wastelandy, but I do love these trader shacks. I think they work out very well. And as you can see that they are all manned. I did give them a lot more food, tried to clean that up a little bit. I'm going to leave the big building for last because that was really fun to build that out. Learned another thing, you cannot scrap that building. You can scrap part of it, but not all of it, so I had to utilize it. So that was interesting. I did want to give the Warwicks their own house and the Settlers their own space, so I did give them a pre-war house, and this is the most decorated and finished pre-war house that I have in the game, and I have 3 or 4, but this is the one that is my favorite. I did add an extra pier, only a couple fishing chairs, and some benches out here in the back. So when you walk in, it has a complete kitchen, with an area, and of course there's it's always Christmas in my world, so I did give them a Christmas tree, some curtains, a working TV, and I had displayed all the action figures that I had and some of the bobbleheads on this shelves, and that was a lot of fun to put those on there. I did complete out their little laundry room. Probably could have added a little bit more, but I didn't want to squeeze things in too much. But they do have a complete bathroom. I love these tables. I think that cupboard, it just looks magnificent there. Before I show the kids' room, I did finish out the parents' room here. And there's a safe. I always try and put the safe in one of the closets, kind of like in Sanctuary. This is probably my favorite room, is the kids' room. So you have the little boy side, right? All his comics and all his toys and everything. He does have a Pip-Boy. And then the teenage girls' room, I tried to make it a little bit different so you could see the subtle differences between a teenage girl side and the little boy side. This is absolutely my favorite little spot. And it was the most heartwarming for me to build. I really love this room. So forgive me if I spent a couple extra seconds in here. This really means a lot to me on this little room right here. And I'm going to show you when I did not destroy the devs' little areas on what they did. I saved this because this was one area, and I just built a fence around it. Of course, they have their basketball court. I didn't want to scrap that. A lot of people would just grab all that stuff and run. I did not want that to happen. And again, I did it over here as well because the little boy put that there. That's for him, right? That was on the guard post, but on the fence, but it is what it is. This was okay, see, the boat came back. That boat is actually that boat. So we do have a fishing fleet here. I just think it's funny because I reloaded the game and it still kept everything that I built, but it added in the old stuff where Use Villager was. So it actually adds to the game. This is the settlers' quarters. These pretty much all look the same, and then they have a huge covered common area, again with the greenhouse ceilings, because I really love to use those. But now to the fun area, and there is of course fishing chairs everywhere. So I didn't know what to do with this big monstrosity, so I made it into a bar, and I completed out. This is the only settlement, I think, besides Sanctuary, that has everything, with a clinic to your left and a barber to your right, and then you have a pool hall. You actually have an assigned bar, this was a lot of fun to build. I even was able to put pool lights there. And then as it quickly goes into cozy mode over here into the coffee shop, which is assigned as well, with a fireplace. And then I had a lot of fun just making a cozy little reading area over here. I did keep the table and chairs from the original settlement, so try to keep that as well. Did get rid of there's a lot of moisture and humidity and mist and all kinds of smoke and stuff. With the Scrap Everything mod, I was actually able to get rid of all of that. Unlimited boat supply, I know. So this is Warwick. Did add another little play area for the kids. I'm a mom, so I'm going to have that soft spot in me for the babies. Did the best I could to keep this defensible as well. They have yet to be attacked, and I have not lost any settlers on this playthrough because I learned a lot the last time. Seeing that other boat came back. That boat is actually on the other side. I carried it all the way over there and scrapped all the mirelurks and everything that was over there. So, oh, there's a bird in the place. So this is Warwick. So that's what I did with Warwick. Now we can go ahead and go to Far Harbor. And there's not a whole lot in Far Harbor, but I did spend a little bit of time in one place at the sawmill in particularly, trying to fix up the sawmill. And when you see it, it looks completely different. Well, I guess there's two out of the 4 I spent some time with trying to fix up. So we'll just, first of all, we're gonna clear up the weather so we can actually see. I do like the rainy feel of Far Harbor, but for you guys to actually see what I did, it needs to be clear. So we're going to clear everything up. And we're going to go ahead and go to Longfellow's cabin first. I just made a new home for him and gave him what he needed, but I did fix up his pier all the way around, brought in a boat for him. We'll start off over here. I brought the boat in, built a little pier, gave him a fishing chair, and cleaned up everything. Added some more fog condensers, fixed all this up, and fixed this all the way around. So, because if you know this game, that deck was just horrible. Did add a little lookout area for him over Far Harbor, and continued with this. Gave him a workshop with all the things that he needs, an outdoor shower, because who doesn't want an outdoor shower at their cottage on the ocean? That's a thing. He does have an outhouse. Gave him an extra weapon with all the things that he needs, that a man could need in his outhouse, and also cleaned up his very cozy little cabin with windows. I actually put glass in all the windows, and gave him everything he needed, even some kitty cats to keep him comfy and cozy and company. I don't know where they went. Oh, there's one. I gave him 2 house cats. Just cleaned up around here, gave him plenty of defenses, and he has plenty of food and water. So this is his own home. Nobody else will be joining him, and I will do that again on the next playthrough. But I'm thinking I may give him, may scrap his house and work area, and maybe give him a better actual home next time. So this is Longfellow's spot. He's got a good spot. I think he's got the best spot. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Pug to war to four. Pug to, I can't pronounce that, but thank you so much. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the tour. We're actually wrapping up the tour of the builds. We're in Far Harbor, so let me do the other ones. So we'll go to Dalton Farm next. I ended up with 4 settlers here. I didn't actually ever finish Dalton. It's a lot bigger than what I thought it was going to be, but I did do a lot here. So of course they have a guard shack and a guard puppy. I did give them food. I built up that area, which was going to be more settlers' sleeping quarters. I don't know where the cow came from, but okay. But this is what I came up with for their sleeping and settlement area. This was a little tough for me. I actually spent a lot of time hemming and hawing and going back and forth with this area. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I wasn't going to spend any more time. Just like Kingsport Lighthouse, there's anonymous radiation area that you just can't get rid of. So I just blocked it off. Did add a... did try and keep a little area, sitting area. So this is like the main little hub of the place. Tried to get more settlers out here, could not. Spend a lot of time actually with these balconies trying to figure out. Went through a few different phases with these. One with steps, without steps, but everything has electricity. You do have a exit or entrance on this side. Like I said, went back and forth with how I was going to put electric on here, but this is what I came up with. It's not much here, but I actually spent a lot of time going back and forth with this area, putting things in, taking things out, seeing what was going to work, what wasn't going to work. I anticipated this to be a lot bigger settlement area, but I could never get anybody over here. It is have another spot that has the concrete walls. Okay. This was fun. The lumber mill was, I did the best I could to keep the integrity of it, but I did keep this building. But this is what I came up with. They do have the trader stalls, right? Let me actually clear up the weather here. They do have the trader stalls. I rebuilt this building on its original footprint and cleaned up this area, added some food, only cleaned up this as well, did not really do any repairs or anything. This is what I came up with from the outside. I spent a lot of time on this. I never understood what this arena was for, but I think it's for like the log contest where you stand on the logs or whatever. I was going to rebuild the pier to go across. It's actually out of the build zone, but it's not like I haven't done that before, so it'd be fine. This is what I came up with to keep the original footprint and to make a home here for these settlers and traders. I did finish out their bathroom here. Traded out the little desk area, put in a full kitchen, another little living space down here, put in some new stairs. This is the sleeping quarters right here. I kept the office area and just enclosed it in, and then another little living area right here. And then I put in another little pool hall with a Christmas tree and some workout stuff for happiness up here. And this actually, man, it took me a long time. There was a lot of replacing of walls. I wanted to keep the integrity of the footprint so you can see the flickering. That's why that is flickering right there. So you can kind of see the footprint of it, especially down here, but I definitely repaired and really rebuilt the whole place. In here, I cleaned it up. I actually kept this building because I thought this was a great spot to put in the workbenches and stuff. I was going to do a little bit more here, but it's fine. Added in a couple doors because that actually, I don't think that actually had a real door. I think it had something else there. There's more to this place on the other side, but I didn't do anything. I did not incorporate this area. I do believe it's out of the build zone, but I did come and clean it up as much as I could. And I didn't do anything with this building at all. I don't even think you can't even get in it. That's probably why I didn't do anything with this building. See, I didn't even come and scrap and clean the tires up or anything. So it looks, this build area looks a lot bigger than what it actually is. It actually extends more out this way. But I wasn't going to manufacture anything, so I just cleaned it up and deleted a bunch of stuff. Not deleted, but scrapped a bunch of stuff. And just cleaned it up. That's all I wanted to do out here. Did clean up a little bit out here as well. As you can see, some of it came back when I reloaded the game up. And that's pretty much it for the sawmill. The biggest thing was rebuilding this structure. Every wall had to be rebuilt. This was a lot of time. The trims, I used a lot of different things from a lot of different mods to try and get this to look decent. I don't know if I'll do that again. Probably would, but I really like how this turned out. It was a lot of hard work on this one, but it turned out pretty well. Let me see. I don't think the visitor center. Where's the visitor center?
Help is on the way, dear! Help is on the way!
We'll go to the visitor center next. I think this is the last settlement that I have in Far Harbor to show. When you spawn in, you spawn way back here, right? I just cleaned it up a little bit. I did add in I didn't really do a whole lot here. I really didn't. I tried to dry it in as much as I could. I tried to clean it up. I didn't add too much. I just threw some beds in here. This was a place that I was going to try and rebuild as well. But I'm just not going to be able to do it this playthrough. So it may happen on the next one. So this is all I did for the visitor center. This was a little tricky on trying to wrap my brain around what I was going to do here, but so there's really not too much to see here. So that's it for, I think I've shown you all the settlements. The only thing I want to do now is I want to show you what Sanctuary looks like at night. It's actually really cool with all the lights. And then I'll be done with the tour. Hey Fast King, how are you? I'm just doing a grand finale tour of all my settlement builds before I start my new playthrough, because all these now I have 25 people. It's so crazy. I'll be starting a new playthrough this afternoon in a couple hours. I got some things I need to do. It may even be later on this evening. Shouldn't take too long to do what I need to do with the game. let's clean up the thing. But I wanted to, oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
I think he's actually lost his mind. I can't
Oh,
believe he
my
really
word.
expects me to do this.
Okay, let's, here we go. Let's clear up the weather. Okay.
What do you
All
need,
right.
General?
So let me sit
Sunlight.
somewhere, make it
Just what's going
nighttime,
on?
and then you guys can see what Sanctuary looks like at night, which I think is the prettiest. And as you can see, my hours did not change at all throughout. I've been showing you guys for 2 hours and 40 minutes all the builds, and the daytime did not cycle through. Sanctuary is your favorite? Yeah, Sanctuary is my favorite too. I actually think I'm going to do something a little bit different with my next playthrough on Sanctuary. I think I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I think I'm just going to keep the settlers down with the original group and maybe 4 or 5 others, and then that's it. I think I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to use part of it for like my workshop, which is, this is the workshop, right?
It was us or them.
So that's a visible galaxy mod. And my favorite thing about this of Sanctuary at night, first of all, it just looks amazing at night. I really love using what I did with the lights and how everything is lit up. I connected everything I have one generator, and I connected everything with the wires. Of course, I have the 500 generator in here, but I will no longer be using those big ones. I will be using the small ones. Even the pool area looks so cool at night. This place just, I mean, oh my God. I could probably do a lot more out here with lighting. Oh, look, we got somebody in the pool.
What?
McCready with his clothes on. That's funny. Could probably do a lot more with lighting on here, but this is as good as it's going to get for this playthrough, so maybe it'll change. But the really cool thing about the visible galaxy at night and the pool hall is that you can see it through the ceiling, because I put that glass ceiling in, and of course you can really see the mist with the UFO, like it's really hovering over the spooky bar over there. So these are just all the lighting and everything. I just really love the way this turns out. See, look at that. And then when you come up here, I actually added some mist to the green top area that you really can't see at night. And with the fungus and all the glowing stuff from the dead stuff. Thanks. Yeah, I really love the I know. I love it. Yeah, the pool area is amazing. I love the UFO. That will absolutely happen again. That is definitely going to be a staple for sure. I gave myself a rudimentary house, but I really do like it. I really like the green top area. And then this is so cool. Watch, they're all going to be by the soda machines. Oh, they're not. Okay, well, that's actually okay. So you can see it. I thought this was really cool, that you can actually see the galaxy through the ceiling. But let's see, somebody's having a drink. She's just chilling out. Usually they're over here playing slots, getting casino-ing it up. But yeah, and I don't know why I used half dirty windows. Oh, maybe that's just the way it is, but that looks really dirty compared to that one. Somebody needs to get up there and clean them windows. But anyway, I thought that was just pretty cool. Again, you can tell this building is not square at all, but I did the best I could with this. I had fun building it. But this is it. This is say goodbye. I am going to keep this couple last save files and put it in a different folder on my computer.
So this playthrough will not be gone completely, but it is going to be gone. And we're going to start fresh here shortly. One last, see, I love the way the greenhouse with the Institute stuff is still, I did add these lights, but even without those lights, it's still really bright in there. But I wanted to make it just a little bit brighter. But this is it, guys. Look, the little witch flying up there. These cauldrons, they're just so cool. All this stuff is just, I really just love the way this build came out. But again, there's things that I need to fix so I don't have so many bugs and crashes. So it plays a little bit better. One last look at all the magazines. I will be rebuilding this library and the doghouse. This always gets built. It's probably one of the first things I always build. And of course, Nuka World. I'm probably going to make a better Nuka World area than this on the next playthrough. Oh, look, they're all working out. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to raid out. I will be back with a new playthrough in a couple hours. If you guys would like to join me and watch me suffer at a low level. Thank you for that clip, Olivia. Thank you. Yeah. But I do need to take care of myself and the dogs. We need to eat some lunch. I need to get with Jason and do a couple things on the game. And then I'm going to start my new playthrough sometime later on today. I want to appreciate you guys for all your love and support on this playthrough. I will be back, and I guarantee you that the next playthrough will be bigger and better, and less buggy, hopefully. And there we are. So we're going to end it right here. Let's go ahead and raid out. I love you guys, and I'll see you in a couple hours. Let's find somebody to raid out to. Let's see, who is he actually? No. Okay. Let's see, who is online right now? Oh, here we go. So Ted's playing Adam Fall. I heard that's like a really, really good game. So let's go ahead and I want to see that game. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, you know what? No. I'm sorry. I get a chance to actually raid a really important person in my life here. We're going to raid him. For a change, he usually raids me with over 150 people, so I'm gonna bless him with a raid for me. This is gonna be fun. I love you guys. Let's go raid Frank. This is gonna be great. He's gonna be so surprised. I never get to raid him, so I'm gonna take this opportunity. Bye, you guys. Love you.